Welcome to Current Chatter, the place where we dive into the latest news and happenings going on around the world. Join mother and son duo Kota and Losa as they engage in lively debates over current affairs and anything else that sparks a discussion. With diverse perspectives and a bit of fun, you never know what topics will come up next. Tune in every Friday afternoon for your weekly dose of Current Chatter. Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday afternoon. You know what that means? Current Chatter with Kota and Losa. How you doing today, Kota?
I'm doing good. I've had a really good week. I went and visited my doctor because I've been feeling so low, so we upped my antidepressants. I like to tell people I got a raise. And it seems to be doing the trick. Feeling good. Checked in with my therapist this week and doing what I need to do.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Mama? How are you?
I am really, really good. So today, your dad and I went fishing.
I gotta ask, does he just take Wednesdays off now because you have them off, or does he play hooky?
He takes them off. Is that playing hooky?
No. Playing hooky is I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm not coming in and then going to do something fun.
He definitely requests them off. See, here's the problem. Is I'm low man on the totem pole, so I can't ask for any extra time off.
Yeah.
Dad is the top of the totem pole and can take off as long as he has the PTO anytime he needs. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It sucks.
See,
we're on opposite ends. But we're making it work.
He does seem to take a lot of Wednesdays off because those are usually your days off, right?
Yeah.
So he takes them off to spend time with you. I think that's so cute and wholesome. It makes my heart happy.
That we still love each other.
That and that he just he makes time to make sure that he has that quality time with you.
I think that's important.
Oh, definitely, especially in a long-term relationship like that.
Exactly what you said, that because to keep it alive, you have to just learn to do other things and learn to love things and that you didn't think you'd like, and learning, you know what I mean?
Yeah, learning about plants that I know nothing about. I can't name any of them other than that's a plant, but Rin has a lot of good-looking plants, and I tell them that all the time.
Yeah, see? That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
But we went fishing today, and I had a question for you. And maybe the masses that listen to the podcast will be able to chime in, is that we were fishing for bass, smallmouth and bigmouth.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is why are smallmouth bass called smallmouth instead of just bass? Because they in relativeness, they only have a smallmouth compared to a largemouth bass, right? So they're not really smallmouth. So. They're just in relative consignment smaller than a largemouth bass.
Well, let's Google it right now.
Okay, so while you're Googling that, I'll let you know that we had a blast today. We caught over 30 each and just had fun.
Wow.
Yeah, they was so funny, Dakota. The fish were coming up, and we were pulling them into the boat, and they were throwing up little shad. It was crazy.
Okay, so I typed into Google for verbatim, why not call a smallmouth bass just a bass? While smallmouth bass are in the black bass family, largemouth bass, they are distinct species with different characteristics. Calling them simply bass can lead to confusion, as there are other types of bass, like striped bass, that are not closely related. Difference in appearances, preferred habits, and even fishing techniques make it difficult to differentiate them.
But the differentiation is that they are called striped bass, not smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. They're not called bass just because they're this is just upsetting me.
There are two main types of bass found in North America, black bass and temperate bass. These two categories, there are numerous species, with the black bass group being the most commonly known and targeted by anglers. Black bass are technically part of the sunfish family, while temperature bass are considered true bass.
Oh, see? Well, does that really help?
No. So here it just says, don't call it a smallmouth bass because you're going to get people confused. That's all. That's all Google really said. Kind of condescending, bitch.
Bad Google.
Bad Google.
Right.
What is one thing as like a kid that is like a rite of passage, like playing Ring Around the Rosie or Duck Duck Goose? What is one thing that comes to your mind as a child's rite of passage to play a game?
Spin the bottle.
Spin the bottle, Mom. That's like teenage shit. That's not like children.
I'm
Like
sorry.
neighborhood kids just being neighborhood kids, riding their bike, toilet paper in houses.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, one thing that comes to my mind is playing Ding Dong Ditch. You played that as a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We call this different stuff, though.
What did you call it back in the day?
I can't tell you because it's a bad word.
Yes, you can.
It's a bad one.
I'm just going to Google it until I get what I want, because you're being a sourpuss and won't tell me. Ding Dong Ditch, Ring and Run, Knock Knock Ginger, Knock Knock Nine Door, Doorbell Dixie, Knock Down Ginger.
Why is the
Knock
Why
and
are we
Run.
picking on the gingers?
I don't know. Am I getting close to what you had it all?
Nope.
Well, what was it?
I'm not telling you while
Obviously,
we're recording.
now I'm kind of offended.
No.
What is it?
You're not going to get me on recording saying it.
Will you text it to me and then I'll say it?
Nope. Because
What?
I don't believe that it's an appropriate word for anybody to be saying.
Does it have to do with a group of people?
Yeah. But I'm not going to do it.
Well, then I'm just going to keep looking.
But go on.
No. Knock a door run. Knock and run. Nicky Nicky Nine Doors. Ring and run. Chappy clap. Knick
It
knack.
doesn't-
Knick
It
knocking.
sounds like the only thing that I'm hearing here is that you're going to need an antibiotic after taking it.
That are downright stupid. Dixie Doorbell. West Philly.
We will ask Daddy later when we're not recording.
Or you could just tell me
And you
now.
can leave this in the podcast. You're not getting me saying
Oh,
stuff.
is it the Edward knocking? Is that what it is? That's what it is. Why would they call it that?
I don't know.
It's something in the 80s, that's what it says.
It was something about the 80s. Yeah, I don't know why they called it that.
Okay, I respect the fact that you did not want to even say that or message it to me. That's respectable. That I can get behind. Okay, so now we figured out that secret. Francisco man shot at teenagers after Ding Dong Ditch prank, police say.
Oh, no.
Frisco, Texas, a Ding Dong Ditch prank in Frisco nearly cost 3 teenagers their lives, while police have arrested a man for shooting at them. They're also warning others against the dangerous TikTok challenge.
So now it's a TikTok challenge to
I guess
Ding Dong
so.
Ditch?
What we know, the shooting happened just before 11 p.m. on the 20th outside a home of Scottsdale Way, which is in the Sterling Ranch neighborhood near Dallas North Trolley. The homeowner reported that someone had tried to kick in his door. He told police he fired multiple shots at the suspect's vehicle as it was driving away. That same night, officers responded to a second call about a vehicle being shot at on a nearby drive. The car had 3 bullet holes in it. The teenagers in the car eventually admitted to police and their parents that the shooting happened as they were driving away from the scene of a random ding-dong ditch prank. So I wonder if, like, the kids are just like, you know the cop knock where you knock really hard?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's what happened. Hold on, there's a cat meowing at my door. I'm coming, bitch. Make up your fucking mind. I'm in the middle of recording, Lucy. Enzo was in here, and then he jumped out because Lucy was out here, and now Lucy's in here, and he's looking at me like,
What
well,
the hell?
yeah, and then he wouldn't come back in, and now he's just sitting at the door. So as soon as he starts meowing, I'll have to get up again. But yeah, I wonder if the kids were just knocking super hard like a police knock, you know? And Ding Dong Ditch in my head I wasn't ever knocking, I just rang the doorbell and just ran.
Right.
That's why it's Ding Dong
Hence
Ditch.
the ding dong part.
Yeah, yeah. But what do you think? Who do you side with on this? Like, obviously, the man.
It depends on how many times this guy has had this happen to him. It's obviously something that's happened enough to where he keeps a loaded pistol by his door.
He did say that it sounded like someone was kicking in his door, and that's why I want to know how hard the teenagers were knocking, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But just to start firing when you don't see who's out there. Well, I guess he fired at the car, too, which is really reckless.
Yeah.
He
doesn't know
fired
what he's
multiple
shooting
shots
out.
at the suspects while the vehicle was driving away.
Terrifying.
Yeah, just an innocent prank, like...
Yeah, that's how people die. It's bad. You want to know another... You want to know another way that would be a horrible way to die?
Yeah.
Trapped somewhere. Like, there was this. You know what? You know what spelunking is? Like,
Yeah, are you about to talk about Muddy Putty Cave in Utah?
yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
So it was. Isn't that one of your, like, that would be a nightmare, right?
Absolutely. It would be the worst
If you
way to go.
don't know what happened,
One of the worst ways.
if you were listening and you don't know what happened in Nutty Putty Cave, Google it. A young man died, and it was just awful. But he was trapped down there.
He died Thanksgiving weekend, and this cave is known for having these twists and turns. They have since sealed it off with his body in there, and he became lodged head down, and they could not get him out. They tried everything they could to get him out. They put up pulley systems, and he was wedged so hard that the pulley systems would break, and one of the pulleys actually hit the rescuer in the face and knocked out a couple of his teeth. That's how much they were trying to pull this gentleman out. Lucy, this is not for chewing on. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, so a Cincinnati man got stuck in a playground tube slide.
Okay.
And
head down or feet down?
I think they said he was feet down.
Okay.
But stuck to the point where they had to take apart the slide to get him out.
At least they could take apart the slide. The
Right.
guy at Nutty Putty Cave, like, there was no coming back from that. He was not coming back.
Terrifying. Could you imagine?
No. Like, do you die of suffocation or lack of oxygen or just, like, stress? Like, I think the guy in Nutty Putty Cave, like, all the blood had gone to his head, and he eventually just, like, it killed him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's not getting blood anywhere else.
Yep. It was horrible, and he was contorted. It was bad. But this gentleman in Cincinnati he just got stuck.
Yeah, no, at least they were able to take it apart. I bet you he doesn't go down tube slides anymore.
I bet you don't either.
Was he a bigger guy?
Well, yeah. Yeah. And you have to wonder, like, what were you thinking, dude?
I was thinking he was a kid again.
Mm-hmm. Well, nope.
Nope. What are you doing, sweet girl? She's very active today. All right. So, I came across this article on Reddit, and I don't know how much I believe it, but I'm going to read it to you anyways.
Okay.
Blind man can now see again through his tooth.
Okay. I so often on the show, like, jump to conclusions prior to hearing the whole story. So I think that maybe I will hold off on my reaction until you have completed the story.
Okay. A Canadian man can see again after going blind more than 2 decades ago. He underwent a surgery that uses a patient's own tooth to help restore their sight. After going blind nearly 21 years ago, Brent Chapman can see again through his tooth. Brent Chapman is one of 3 people who have underwent tooth and eye surgery performed by Dr. Greg Manoli and his team in Vancouver for the first time in Canada. I feel fantastic, Chapman said. Vision comes back and there's a whole new world. All 3 patients can see to different degrees. The 2-part surgery developed in 1960 is a last resort for people with severe corneal blindness. It involves removing a patient's tooth, inserting a plastic lens into it, and then slicing the whole thing into the patient's eye socket. Why a tooth? Because their contrast of the hardness substance humans produce, making them the ideal casting to bridge the lens, and using part of the patient's own body ensures it won't reject. To watch them come back into this world is an incredible, rewarding feeling, the doctor says. Chapman went blind when he was 13. He had about 50 procedures done to try and get his vision back. When Dr. Monley and I made eye contact, we both just burst into tears, Chapman said. He's looking forward to spending time with his family, traveling and working, not taking anything for granted. Monley is the first doctor to bring this procedure to Canada.
I still don't understand the procedure, but I don't think that, well, I'm not a doctor, so I would be paid a lot more if I played one on TV.
Isn't that just wild?
That is wild. So like I said, I don't understand the mechanics behind it.
I don't either.
Whatever it takes, man. I don't know. This is not something that I let everybody know, but why not on the podcast? I am partially blind from a stroke that I had about 10 years ago. And if they told me that they could do something by like pulling a tooth and that I would get that sight back, I would totally do it.
All of your teeth are pulled though, so that you're out of the candidate.
Thanks to Did you ever think that being like an influencer would be dangerous?
Absolutely. Look at Gabby Petito.
Geez, Dakota. Well, the majority of people think that being an influencer is not dangerous.
Okay.
But there was a couple who was filming their review of this burger joint in Houston when a car crashed through the window of the booth they're sitting in, and like it throws them over. And
are they
your
okay?
Dad was like, when he first saw it, yeah. But when we first saw it, Dad was like, "Oh, that's fake. It's fake news." But I have since seen the video, and it's real. But I sent it to you. Do you want to pull it up and take a look at it?
Yeah, you sent it on Facebook?
No, I sent it to your email address.
Okay, I'm pulling it up now. Oh, I gotta get through a commercial. Oh, that food looks fucking good. Holy shit!
Kota.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that wild? It's real. Doesn't it look real? Looks real. I really, honestly, because I've seen it in several different places. And,
this video shows their injuries and stuff, too. Yeah, she's got glass all up in her. Yeah, and then the guy's talking about... It looked like she got the worst of it compared to I'm assuming her boyfriend.
I don't know what they are. They're just a couple who do food reviews, and they sat at the wrong table.
And that's terrifying. That was
Here's my
crazy.
thing. It's like, I would be like, I get free food here, right? For life, right? Because it almost took my life.
Yeah, you would hope that the food was good. Based on the one bite that they got, it looked really good.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, they didn't see it coming because their eyes were closed. Their eyes were rolled back in their head. They didn't see it coming at all.
Nope.
Weird ways kids that broke the law that were so hysterical the cops couldn't stop laughing. My brother was a cop who worked nights in Minneapolis. One snowy night near the U of M campus, he noticed a car weaving, so he pulled them over thinking there was alcohol involved. Nope, it was a car full of deaf people having an argument, which included the driver. He was told the driver not to sign and drive. When I was a teen living in the Phoenix area, we would flip up the back of a pickup with shaved ice from being behind the ice rink and then build snowman in people's yards. We would do it at night before ringing and driving away. One night, our neighbor called the cops after hearing a group of teens sneaking around outside. The cop came by and found out what we were doing. Instead of getting after us, he told us to follow him somewhere. We ended up making a snowman in his own front yard. He rang the doorbell and hid around the corner while his wife came to the door, and then the kids came out. There are some good cops out there. Not all of them are the ones shooting people without a cause. That's kind of great.
Yeah. Did you hear about the two cops here in Utah?
Mm-mm.
Two Tremont police officers, God rest their souls, were killed in a domestic dispute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, another cop and his canine were injured, but are going to survive. But it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was just a shootout, or
yeah, domestic dispute. So they were ambushed when they went to the domestic dispute call. So Kota, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
And if you can't take it one day at a time, take it 5 minutes at a time.
It's good. Mine was, you work a job for 12 months, not 2 months, not 3 months, not 6 months, but 12 months before you can know if that's a job you want to work or not.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that was my advice. Yeah,
I like that advice. That and sometimes you just have to sit in your boat and let it float.
Just let it go.
I like that one. Let it go.
So, what brings you the most joy in life?
My chickens, my hairless cats. I love them so much. They're just soft and cuddly, and they always just want love. And Enzo and I just, like, we're attached at the hips.
Yes,
I love my
you
cats.
are.
You?
The thing that brings me the most joy is any time that I get to spend with your father and then with you or Justin. Even if it's just the phone calls that we get or our weekly podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do enjoy these weekly podcasts, just getting to sit and chat with you, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what are you passionate about outside of the podcast?
I don't know. I want to start the forge, like start the metalworking, like the forging knives and whatnot.
Steve Rowe, remember him from Dirty Jobs?
Yeah.
He's highlighting a gentleman who helps people create forges.
Really?
And are not hard up, but that's not the right word. They are not as financially stable as others.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy teaches, so not only does he do that, he teaches people how to do it to make it a living. But all right.
That would be cool.
You should look that up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really passionate about making sure the household is good, like doing the homeowner stuff and taking care of the family and just making sure that we're all good,
Yeah.
You?
What was the question?
What are you passionate about outside of the podcast?
Let's see. Lately? Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
This
big
summer,
book
at least.
reader. I love to read, you know that. I love to I love to make candles. I love to make soap. I love to write. I have 4 published novels. So yeah, I love to do. There are a lot of things that I'm passionate about. That doesn't mean that I should be doing them.
Why? Why not?
Like, it's just, if you can see behind the mess behind me, it's just a lot. And I want to be able to do it all, but I can't concentrate on one thing because I don't have enough space. But I can't create more space and still, like, you just
need some organization.
Something. I need something. Your dad thinks I need a lot less of anything.
No, if it sparks joy in you, he can kick rocks. You can tell him I said that too.
Yeah, he listens to our podcasts.
Religiously, almost. He's probably the only one.
When have you felt most alive?
Lately, I've been riding motorcycles with a friend of mine, and that is thrilling and, like, also humbling at the same time, because I never thought driving past a car could be so intimidating. But those, I'm in a car all the time. I just don't think about it. But when you're riding past one on 2 wheels, they're kind of a lot. So yeah, riding the motorcycles are probably when I have felt the most alive. They're a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But I have a healthy respect for them.
Kind of decide for me when I felt most alive. Well, the obvious answer is when I gave life to you and your little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Those, like, giving birth is a very, like, in your face, like, you're alive. You're the most alive you'll ever be for a mother. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To give birth.
I would have for sure thought you said when you rang your bell after your treatments.
I didn't feel I was so sick the first time I rang the bell. And then the second time I rang the bell, I was still just really sick, Kota, and I wasn't, like, I hadn't conquered the disease, like, which is ironic because they're like, this is your last treatment, ring this bell, but I still had a 1.5 years worth of different treatment. I still had 6 months of other chemo to do. I still had radiation to do. I still had,
So it was a false hope ringing the bell almost?
No, because it's very symbolic to ring the bell.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't, it meant a lot, and I cried both times that I was able to do it. But my fight wasn't over yet. And I don't think people understand that. And just because it's your last treatment doesn't mean that your fight is not over.
Okay, guys, I'm going to close it out with just remember to please drink your water and talk to your therapist. And as always, we will talk to you next week.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Come on, you fucker.